Hello, 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 and happy Monday. Are you ready to start learning how to keep more of the money that you make? Excellent. Let's get into tonight's lesson. First of all, I am the Nicole Johnson, founder of Wealthy Women Lifestyle, where I teach women to define and achieve their goal of financial freedom so that they can begin to live life on their own terms. What I love about that mission is that it's different for everyone in the community, yet we're all on the same path to achieve the goal of financial freedom. Some of us are going to take different courses, some of us are going to take a little longer than others because of where we are in life, but that's okay. We're here to have a community of support. So if you are new to our platform, I want to welcome you to Cityscape, Brownstone Living Worldwide, and the Nicole Johnson of Wealthy Women Lifestyle. And I invite you to join our Facebook community group so that you have additional support on your journey. Okay. Also, right down beneath this video, if you're joining us on YouTube, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and share it out. We all know someone who could use some additional help. They may not step forward and say so, but if you share a resource, they'll take you up on it. And I appreciate that because our goal is to continue to help our community so that we are actually being the change that we want to see. Because if in 50, 60 years that our story is still being told incorrectly, it's our fault for not utilizing platforms and resources that are now currently available to us. Okay. So, in order for me to impact change, I've got to be the change. And that's why you're here. So, if you had the chance over the past 2 days, Sunday, yesterday, and today, you had an assignment. You had an assignment. The motivational message from this morning was creating and developing a winning money mindset. For me, for me, for you, your mindset is the foundation of achieving all of your goals. I don't care what you're trying to do. If you're trying to lose weight, you got to change your mindset. You're trying to fix your finances, you got to change your mindset. You're striving for promotion at work, you've got to fix your mindset. You've got to see yourself where you want to be so you know how to act when you get there. Ditch that old fake it till you make it stuff, okay? And so, in order for me to help you see yourself where you want to be, I got to give you the tools. So, your money motivation, your money mindset motivation was the morning message to help you start your day. Okay. And then the midday message gave you a lesson and an assignment. So, I am implementing a learn something, do something type of strategy. So, as you watch our videos, you're going to learn something and then quickly execute. And let me tell you why. Success moves at the speed of execution. So, how fast do you want to see your results? That is dictated by how fast you implement strategies that are placed before you. Okay, strategies that are placed before you. And I believe life is about a strategy. Life is about a strategy. And some of us spend too much time walking through life existing and not having a strategy. But that stops now. That stops now. You are in a community with Wealthy Women Lifestyle where we are looking to make sure that you have a strategy to accomplish your goals. So today's assignment, which started on yesterday, Sunday, was for you to track your expenses. I know we don't like to do that. Like we just go through swiping cards and knowing that it's gonna go through or crossing our fingers and our eyes, hoping that it goes through, whatever the case may be. But I want you to understand that tracking your expenses is vital to your success in your money management. And the reason that that is important is because one of the first things that we do inside our community is examine where your money is going. On average, my clients can find about $2,000 to $3,000 a year in dining out expenses. $2,000 to $3,000 in expenses in dining out. Now, listen, some of you can afford it, some of you cannot. Some of you do it because of circumstances. Life is happening, not being prepared, whatever. But let me ask you a question. Do you have a $2,000 to $3,000 credit card bill that you'd like to get rid of? Wouldn't that money be better spent in paying off your debt or increasing your stock portfolio or increasing your rainy day fund, your emergency fund, versus here today, gone today because you went to the restaurant? Just think about it for a moment, right? I actually have a client whose her dining out expenses were more than her grocery budget. Because remember, your dining out expenses are not the same as your grocery budget. How much you spend at the grocery store has nothing to do with the amount of money you spent dining out. And you put those two together, how much damage could you do with some debt? How much increase could you do in buying stocks? How much increase could you have in your savings? Okay, all right, you get it, you get it. So tracking your expenses is one of the most powerful tools that will help you take control of your finances. Okay, I believe that once you know where your money is going, that is the foundation of you making informed decisions about how to spend your money. I also believe that every dollar should have a label. Every dollar should have a label. And when you give every dollar a job, you can't help but know where it's going. And that's where your budget comes into place. But let me not jump ahead. Let me not jump ahead because some of y'all over there mad at me already. Here she go, making me look at this the way I'm spending my money. Yeah, because in 2024, what I want to help you do is finish crushing your goals. We had an amazing time at the Vision Board Reboot Session Masterclass this past Saturday, helping you realize and visualize where it is you want to be, how to act when you get there, what it is you want to accomplish once you reach that goal, and celebrating your journey. Oh, we had some of it all. And I'm very excited about what the people learn, what the community learn, and what they're going to do to close out 2024. Now, listen, my own personal and professional goals have me standing at attention. They have me standing at attention. Do you hear me? Because I am pushing myself like I've never done before. This is a season, and I've had a theme. Okay, we're going to get back to expense tracking. Don't think you're getting away with it. You're not. You are not. I've had a theme for my year. And for the past few years, manifestation has been my theme. I am praying and asking God to manifest the promises that He has written out, that He has given me, that He has shown me, that I prayed about. Okay, manifesting. And I hear this a lot. Okay, we're not going to get into Bible scripture completely, but let me say this: faith without works is dead. I have faith in believing that He will deliver on the promises that He made me, but I got to do some work. I got to do some work, okay, to make those things fall into place. Okay, I'm trusting that there are things that He is going to deliver. He is paving the way for me. He is paving the way. He is making my crooked road straight. I said we were gonna get in the scripture like that. We ain't not okay, just a little bit. Okay, don't run away. And in a little bit, right? But I gotta do some work. And this is my season of coming into my own becoming. And when I do that, the wonderful thing that is in me is to turn around and bless my community with knowledge so that they can do the same. It's a lot of room at the top, but it can be lonely up there. So I'm going to help some people come along on this journey with me. All right. I'm going to help you guys come along on this journey with me, because it can be so much fun with the right people. It can be so much fun with the right people. All right. So, tracking your expenses, understanding where your money is going is absolutely critical to your success in improving your financial management, understanding where your funds are going, but also being in better control so that when life happens, you don't get caught off guard. That's why it's called an emergency fund. Okay. That's why you have household savings specifically set aside for certain things. Okay. Imagine as a new homeowner, right? You've maybe depleted quite a bit of your savings, but not all of it. You still got a significant amount left. And somebody comes in and says, you need a new roof, or you need a new water heater, or the foundation has some cracks in it that they missed. Okay. And in order to fix those cracks is going to cost $7,000. The roof needs to be fixed. $7,000, $15,000, or needs to be replaced, $22,000. But you know what? I have a client that happened to. And because we have been working on her mindset, trimming expenses, when they said, I think she told me it was going to be like $18,000 for the roof to be replaced and the insurance wasn't going to cover it. Don't ask me why I didn't get into those details. But when she was able to write the check, wow, that's because she started keeping more of the money that she made by trimming her unnecessary expenses and getting more control over where her money was going. Okay. So there are expenses that she cut completely. Then there are some expenses that she actually trimmed. There's a difference. There's some things you need to cut out. There's some things that you need to trim. So let's talk about your dining out. Okay. Let's talk about your dining out. I'll never tell anybody you can't eat out ever again. No, I will say that we need to, one, trim the budget back, and two, stop for 30 to 60 days. You get to pick. You are in control. And the purpose of stopping for 30 to 60 days is so that you can focus on how much do you want to actually spend on dining out on a monthly basis. All right. So what we'll do is increase the grocery budget, right? Stop the spending out, the dining out for 30 to 60 days, and then make a conscious and intentional decision on how much we're going to actually spend on the budget. So we can do $50 a week, we can do $100 a week, whatever that number is. Then you either put it in a separate account electronically, or if you're like me, old fashioned, get you some envelopes at the dollar store. Okay, get some envelopes at the dollar store, $1.25, whatever, and put that amount in an envelope and label it dining out. Label it dining out. Okay. And you put that in the envelope, pay period number 1 after you stop dining out. Pay period number 2 after dining out. So if that's your 30-day limit, then by pay period number 3, you go back to dining out. You're already ahead with what's in the envelope. And when the envelope is empty, you have to wait to the next pay period. That's called discipline. You are disciplining yourself to stick to a budget. Okay. If you feel like you need to increase it, do so within reason. Okay. Within reason. And if you decide to do 60 days, then you continue the habit of putting in that amount at each pay period, and then you go back, but you can only spend what's in the envelope. I use this very same method during the period of trying to get on track with the budget, but I stopped for 60 days. There was no eating out. My kids thought I was crazy. So what I did was increase the grocery budget and find an alternative. We ain't going to pick up, we're not stopping nobody in the store, pick up no hot dogs, no hamburgers. We got hot dogs, hamburgers in the refrigerator or the freezer. Go home and cook. Go home and cook. All right. Find an alternative to the pizza that we like. Go home and cook. Go in there, eat your ham sandwich, bowl of cereal, whatever it is. If mama didn't cook, you have potluck. Whatever you was lucky to get in that pot is what you was gonna eat. That's just what it was. Okay. So because I had a goal. So let me say this to you. You need to figure out why you can no longer afford to spend $3,000 a year on dining out food. Why do you want to be financially free? Why do you want to fix your finances? Why? I tell my kids all the time, if you don't know why you're doing something, you probably shouldn't be doing it. But your why needs to be so strong and personal that nothing and no one will get in the way of you accomplishing the goal. Nothing, no one, because the goal is more important than the immediate gratification of this meal. I'd rather be a homeowner than have McDonald's. I'd rather have my debt paid off than be at Chick-fil-A. I'd rather do this than have this. What's important to you? This is why your mindset is so crucial to your success. And I'm telling you straight from experience. Okay. I'm telling you from experience. In the 15 to 18 months that I took from the fall of 2008, spring of 2008 to September 9th, 2009, all the changes, all the adjustments, all the sacrifices that I had to make to go from low credit score, dealing with the consequences of filing bankruptcy, to getting the biggest house on the cul-de-sac with a 2.25% interest rate. It was all worth it because my why became my kids were my why. I wanted to become a homeowner, but I wanted my children to have a better life. So my why at that time was for them. And if you love your children the way I love my children, whatever I need to do by any means necessary, as the old folk used to say, by hook or crook, okay? By hook or crook, all right? Had to get it done. And so they became my reason why. And I was not going to let them down. But because I wanted it so badly, I was not going to let myself down. So I'm saying to you, if you want to start seeing more of the money that you make, you have to make some different choices. Some different choices, all right? I need you, or should I say, you need you to realize that $3,000 a year could go in a whole lot of different places, okay? A whole lot of different places. And what you must first do is track your expenses to see where your money is going so you get an understanding of what it is you need to trim and cut. Okay. Now, there are different apps out here that can help you with that. Okay. Me personally, I'm going to print my bank statements out. I'm going to get a highlighter and I'm going to sit down and go through that thing with a fine tooth comb. All right. And a lot of you are saying, Nicole, I just don't have time for that. Let me say this. It's either going to cost you more or you give up some time. Which one? And it's probably not as much time as you think. But even if it is, let me ask you this. Aren't you worth it? Aren't your goals worth it? Isn't your peace of mind worth it? I would say yes to all of those things. I don't know about you, but I would say yes to all of those things because I am. I am absolutely worth it. I am absolutely worth giving up this to have that. And whatever this is for you to have that needs to be important. I want you to succeed. And it may be hard for you to understand why some of you are getting this much push from me. I don't know you. You may not know me, but I know your situation. I've been there. And if I haven't been there and sat in it, I've helped so many women. It is not a whole lot that you could tell me that I haven't heard of or helped somebody through. So let me tell you who I am. I am the Nicole Johnson. I'm the founder of Wealthy Women Lifestyle, where I teach women to define and achieve their goal of financial freedom so that they can live life on their own terms. I've been doing this for a long time. In 2010, after becoming a homeowner in 2009 and being told that I never would, I took to social media just to try to help women overcome the housing program in order to get to the closing table. And for 7 years, I helped over 200 women become first time homeowners. I got rooms across the country. So when I go visit, I got a room to stay in. No sense in getting a hotel. I helped them buy this house. This here mine too. They're my house too. Okay. So I got the experience. All right. Over the years, in addition to the experience of helping them through that process, I've also taught them how to work from home, how to create streams of income from home, how to be financially independent, how to be financially secure. I've helped employees retire debt free. I've helped women create savings plans when they had never saved and go from no savings at all to in 2 to 3 years, $10,000 in their savings plan. I've done it all. I've helped women shift their mindset from not being able to envision what their future is looking like to creating personalized vision boards so that they can now see their goals and then have a strategic roadmap to accomplishing those goals. Your girl is bad, if I do say so myself. But let me give you some other information, okay? What I understand is that money has been a taboo issue for women or topic of discussion for women for a long time. Okay, and you have women who are now at the forefront of giving information on Forbes and different powerhouse um, resources in a man dominated industry. Okay, because women weren't always a part of the money discussion. We weren't always a part of it. And so now we're taking it by storm. But for some of us, we're still struggling. And it's okay. You now have a community, and I want to invite you to come over to the Wealthy Women Lifestyle community. You have a community where you are safe. It is safe for you to tell me where you are failing and falling short. It's safe for you to tell me that. Okay. And you're going to find encouragement. You're going to find support. But even more importantly, you're going to find education and tools and resources that are going to help you get on track and stay on track. I love the community that I'm creating, and I invite you to come and be a part of it. As it grows and grows and grows, the integrity of it remains intact. You can tell us where you're messing up so we can help you clean it up. And in 2024, we're going to continue crushing goals. Let me tell you, there are women over here who were not buying their medicine when they came to me. There are women who are, as single moms, are now tucking in to their savings account a deposit every pay period with a comma in it when they weren't saving at all. There is so much growth here. There's so much education. There's so much support. There's so much accountability. I have a young lady who joined me recently, and she said, Nicole, I'm looking at the other ladies and they're so far ahead of me. I said, so, and your journey is your journey. It belongs to you and you alone. I had to let her know that these ladies have been with me for a while. You brand new. So don't worry about it. There's no comparison of your journey to somebody else's. When you start getting into adjusting what it is you spend, you got to look at your bank statement. And honey, some of y'all are scared to do that. And I understand why. The negative balances, the money that need to be there that's not. Okay, we have a starting point now. And now we know where to go. Now we know what to fix. But I promise you that without this examination of where you are and where you come from with your money, we can't make a new path for you on where you need to go. Okay? So tracking your expenses is vital to the success of what you need to do to get your financial house in order. Okay, it is vital to your success. And trimming the fat of expenses, of unnecessary expenses, is crucial. It is crucial. Now, I want you to, if you did not do your assignment, it is not too late. You can start today and carry it into tomorrow. Okay, because we'll be back with a new assignment and a new motivational message and midday lesson and assignment on Wednesday. We'll be back with a new one on Wednesday. And this will kind of be your pattern, your motivational message, learn something and then do something, and then let's have a review. Success moves at the speed of execution. So how fast you want your results will determine how fast you execute. And over at the Wealthy Women Lifestyle in the community, we are encouraging you, but also giving you the tools for your roadmap to execute immediately. Okay, to execute immediately. And so, like I told you, we had a great time at the Vision Board Reboot on Saturday. Just so you'll know, our next upcoming event is this book. So I'm going to tell you to go spend some money. If you stop eating out, you got enough in your budget already to purchase the Ultimate Scholarship book. The next one that was released last week on July 16th was the 2025 edition. The 2025 edition, mine is on its way. And the Scholarship Readiness Masterclass will be held on Saturday, August 10th. I want you to mark your calendars and get yourself enrolled for Saturday, August 10th at 9 a.m. Central Time. We're going to talk about how to utilize this resource. We're going to talk about how to build a scholarship portfolio for your student. It is geared toward parents of 9th through 12th graders because these scholarships, some of them pay directly to the student. They pay directly to the student. Therefore, you can use the money to pay for application fees, housing deposits, help pay for books, all sorts of things that your child will need leading up to college, leading into college. And it's also, even though my goal is to help the parents of 9th through 12th grade students, it can be used by people who are already in undergraduate and also graduate school. And the new thing that they have started implementing is there are some scholarships for trade school. I absolutely love this resource. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm going to show you how to utilize it because it tells you billions of dollars in scholarships, grants, and prizes right there on the cover. You can order it on Amazon. Okay. You can order it on Amazon. All right. So I want you to get that because we're also going to talk about how your student can network with their teachers in high school, how they can make themselves stand out so that when it's time for the teacher to write a scholarship recommendation for them, they're already waiting for your student's information. Networking and mentoring is so important. It is so critical to our student success. And the level of student loan reform, I don't know if we'll ever see again in our lifetime. So let's set our children up for success by not needing it so much. I'm not saying don't get student loans. I'm not saying don't get the financial aid. I'm not saying any of that. But let's have some alternatives in addition to, okay, let's have the alternatives to student loans and then some resources in addition to what they get as far as student loans and financial aid goes. All right. I want you to be able to set your children up for success. All right. Make sure that you are joining us inside of the Wealthy Women Lifestyle Community Group on Facebook. Okay. But also, right under here on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Okay. Subscribe to the channel. And if you are watching us on Cityscape, subscribe to that channel too, or on Brownstone Living Worldwide. Subscribe to that channel too. Listen, we are putting the information on so many different platforms because we want to ensure that you have the resources for the change that you need. We want you to have the resources for the change that you need. And I want to make sure that you understand tonight's lesson. Tonight's lesson was a recap of you tracking your expenses. Don't do anything differently. Okay, don't do anything differently. Let's get a real assessment of what you're spending your money on because numbers don't lie. Numbers do not lie. All right. And if you didn't get a chance to do that, print out your most recent bank statement. It'll show you your habit of activity. This is one of the ways that you are going to start keeping more of the money that you make by understanding your habits, your triggers. Where is your money going? Once you learn where your money is going, then you can start to trim expenses or eliminate whichever one, maybe a little bit of both. Okay. Once you understand where your money is going, then you can in turn turn around and divert your money in different labels because I like to label money savings, girl expenses, whether it be vacation, increased assessments or deposits for my investing portfolio, whatever it is, mad money, shopping money, shoe money, food money, whatever it is. Okay. But if you start trimming the fat over things that you don't necessarily need to purchase, crushing your debt, reaching your financial goals, I promise you that it becomes easier. It becomes easier. And let me say this. I have a group for savings challengers inside our community. I've got about 25 ladies that are over there specifically on a savings challenge. Every month they have to report what their goal is, and then at the end of the month they have to report how much they saved. Did they reach their goal? How much they saved? And they always say, "I saved $400, but I don't want to hear but." We're going to celebrate what you saved because a but may come this month, may not come this month. It may come next month, but we saved. We do that every month, regardless of the but. I saved $400, period. I saved $1,500, period. One of my savings challengers said she reached her goal easily in the month of June, $750. I said, okay, cool. What would be a stretch? She said for me to save 1,000. I said, then 1,000 is your goal for July. Talked to her this past week, and she said she was well on her way. So we'll look at what the next goal should be. See, we don't just hit a goal and stay there. We hit a goal and then we keep leveling up. We hit a goal and then we keep leveling up. Do you need that kind of support in your life? Do you need that? I needed it. And that's why I in turn give it. Okay? Your circle of friends, your sphere of influence is so important because your influence can make an impact. And I'm more about your impact. I'm definitely about your impact. So make sure you join us in the Wealthy Women Lifestyle Community Group. Okay? Make sure you join us in the Wealthy Women Lifestyle. Let me check my notes and make sure I got everything I wanted y'all to get. So you got your motivational message, you got your midday assignment, and your homework. Okay? If you didn't do your homework in advance, you still got tonight. Do it tomorrow. All right? Do it tomorrow. And then be sure to comment on the video and let me know what your findings are. All right? Listen, I am the Nicole Johnson, founder of Wealthy Women Lifestyle, and I am here to help you define and achieve your goal of financial freedom so that you can begin to live life on your own terms, whatever those terms are. And if you haven't said any, we can talk about that too. I am so glad to have spent this time with you. I look forward to seeing you on our next series, which will be on Wednesday. You guys have a good evening, and I'll